So I have this friend that is either absolutely crazy or he's a genius. I'm talking about my German friend that does barbecue aus Rheinhessen, and he came up with this idea. And I just want to watch it together with you and tell me what you think.
Hi, heute ein weiteres Video aus der Serie Deine Bratwurst kann mehr. Schaut mal her.
If you didn't get the opening, because it's in German, I understand, he said, hey, today in another episode of Your Bratwurst Can Do More, only German people can come up with that. And German people love their bratwursts. Basically what he does, he takes the sausage out of the casing and then puts the stuffing on a tortilla, puts cheese on, rolls it up, puts a skewer through it, slices it up, and then grills it on the griddle. And you haven't seen the end result yet, but I'll show you. It looks so delicious. And the reason why this might work really, really well is because, well, it's just too easy. First, I'm going to prepare my Napoleon grill. I'm going to take out the grill grates and put it in the flat top griddle. This Napoleon Phantom Pro is a big grill, which means the flat top grill is really big and heavy duty. And that's why I'm going to preheat it. And preheating is really the smart thing to do because basically, well, you're going to preserve some energy. You don't need to put everything on full blast. And when you're actually ready to start cooking, the barbecue's already up to temperature or really close to where you need it to be. Now I need to do the rest of the preparations with the ingredients. But there is a problem. You see, I don't have the exact ingredients that he has. He has this delicious sausage that's seasoned with the specific seasoning that he's using. Instead, I have this, my own secret weapon. The sausages from my own pigs. And I bet you they will be just as tasty. Now the sausages are pre-seasoned, of course, so we don't have to add seasoning to the meat. Which is part of being a genius on how to make things easy. So the first step is going to be to take tortillas and square them up. So what I like to do is just figure it out a little bit. And just before I cut them, just gonna take my knife and figure out if I can actually square it up. Now I'm going to take a sausage, cut open the casing, and put the meat on the tortilla. I'm just going to spread that out. I'm not sure yet if one sausage is going to cover it all, but we're going to figure this out. I think it's not going to be enough. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to gently spread it out with my fingers until I have the complete tortilla covered. And that is what I'm looking for. Well, of course I got to have some Dutch Gouda on top of it. It's going to melt easy and it's going to make this the richest and creamiest snack ever. Time to roll it up. So it took 2 sausages for 1 tortilla leaf and a handful of cheese to go on top of that. That's it. So now we have the measurements. Time to put them on a skewer. And I'm just going to put one of these skewers through the middle and just keep doing that. There we go. So this should give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skewers. And there we have it. The first one. This is going to be so tasty. And that's why you never argue with German people when they talk about bratwurst. Most of the time they're just going to be right. You can just bet on it. This is going really well. You see I got this little end here. Don't leave that on. Just cut it off. Don't be afraid. Even though it's going to be waste, it's going to make the other one look a lot better. Now my German friend also has his own sauce. It's called the Southwestern sauce, and I do not recommend buying that sauce. You see, I had a couple of bottles of it and I just put them in the cabinet and they kept disappearing. So basically the kids were just taking the sauce like it's something they could drink. And of course that's not what it's meant for. So obviously, as a responsible parent, I took it away and hid it. But when I came back to that secret spot after a week and I wanted to take a bottle, they were all gone. So if you're like me and you have kids in your household that can't contain themselves, then I don't recommend buying that sauce. It's just too addictive. So to make my sauce, I'm just going to make things very easy, just like the recipe. I'm going to take some mayonnaise, add some ketchup to it, and then put in this. This is the Western barbecue seasoning, and hopefully it's going to make that style of sauce. Now of course it's not going to be the same thing as the sauce, but hopefully we're going to get close, and I want to keep things as simple and as easy as I can. And of course you can replace it with any other barbecue seasoning that you prefer. Oh, that's good. Time to put on all 4 burners and set them to the lowest position. Drizzle on a little bit of oil. And with a thin layer of oil and the heat, this is going to be a non-stick surface, which we're going to need because we got all that cheese in. I'm going to start by just doing the one so that I can actually run a test. Press it down a little bit so it makes good contact with the griddle plate. And you can hear that I actually have a soft sizzle, nothing too crazy. I'm going to keep the heat down and close the lid, and after about 4 minutes I'm going to turn it and cook the other side. I'm going to take this as slow as possible to cook the pork completely through while building up a crust of cheese. Wow, that looks absolutely amazing. We've got a beautiful cheesy crust, felt melting out everywhere. This thing looks absolutely delicious. So let's taste it and find out if this is genius or if it's a big bust. Wow. That is one tasty snack. Look at it. It's so easy to eat on a stick. It's crunchy, it's cheesy, it's a little bit greasy from the fat from the sausage, but most of it ran out and rendered out. And actually it's cooked to perfection. Real nice. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then leave us a big thumbs up and a comment down below. In the meantime, I will be finishing the rest for my family when they come home. And see you guys in the next video. Until then, eet smakelijk and keep on grilling.